If I touch here, he steps back, right? He touches my leg, step back, and then I can try to swim, right? He touches leg, step back, son, touch my leg like that, boom, it's the leg. So, because it's so easy, we want to be aware when people touch our legs. So without swimming on the leg, all I gotta do is just come here and drop forward. And look where I wind up. So if I kind of bend and then step, rotate. String your legs. There you go. Push in, sit. See where my leg goes between your legs?
Yes.
I'm going to pull down here, I'm going to rotate here. I'm going to lift.
Chris and I were talking about how I mentioned to him that I'm really bad at getting both the underhooks, and he let me know that basically everybody is, and so we started going over some different ways to do takedowns from an overhook and an underhook, because that's the most common place to end up, because when you're there's some resistance and you're going here and you're sliding there, you try and take, you know, one of the underhooks. Like everybody usually wants one, so yes. This is a pretty
yeah, so I want to use my opposite leg to where I want to trip. So if I'm here, and I have to be careful because we have the same situation, right? So maybe I can kind of pull it in, and then if I get him to step, then I can step behind it and just kind of rotate down like that. But that idea is just stepping outside, kind of like the osogari that we do from punches and all that stuff, just the outside trip. Let's kind of step and then come through. So see, I step my outside leg first. And when I do, I can kind of bend. Remember, we were talking about breaking the posture. We were doing these. We were doing them before from the punch. But if I kind of bend and then step, rotate. Since you had the arm, might as well finish. So I step. See how his arm's already right there? I'm just going to reach with the other hand.
okay.
And then I grab and figure four right there. There you go. And finish it. Some breaks. Hip tossing, right? So hip tossing, if I have this and I step in here, and then I just bring them over like that. So it's the same as in T position. We talk about I'm here in T position, and if he steps back with his closest leg, when he steps back, I just come right here. What's the difference between having the hand here or here? Not very much, right? So from over and under. And he doesn't really have to step. Like one of the things we talked about is if I'm making space, I'm giving myself space to step into. So I've got kind of got my butt away. Boom. Then when I step in, just rotate over. Makes sense? The thing too is I want to get my hips all the way across, no matter how I'm doing it. So when I come through, see how my hips are all the way across, so that when I go like this, it's what we call an effortless throw. Just come to my toes. The finishing is easy, but if I come like halfway through, he's just gonna step around that. So if I come in here and try and throw him, he's just gonna step around, and then he might even throw me, he might even trip me in. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, so it's like really tooting those hips out. Looks kind of weird. We do it on a ghost person, but you gotta really come across and then bring them up across your back, across your hip.
For me, when I think about it, like the center one, where I've had the most success doing it, I put like the center of my spine, the center of my back, on their front right hip. It's kind of like the issue of going far enough over.
Yeah, so you say like put the spine on the front, the far side. Yeah.
So. If you don't have like mobility up in your like trapping delts, delts.
Yeah.
Because your arm is behind them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
if you drop it down a little bit.
So I think T position is a little better than the underhook. Another option is headlock too though. So if we're here like this, I can still do it even if I come to the head and just turn right here. And then I've got it. I don't have to worry about my shoulder mobility. Underhook.
Slide up around like that.
Yeah.
Like there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So bring your feet a little closer together. In between. Yeah. And then turn your hips a little more out. There you go. Nice. Then just rock them onto your toes. Let's do it step by step. So, yeah. So watch when I come in, my feet are between here as I sink. And I want to just stand up straight. I just stand, or I rock to my toes so he's in the air. That's the first part. I did from there, like I said, the finishing is just rotating. If you're doing it real time, you're just going to do it all in one motion. You're gonna pop the hips and throw. But here, the mechanics will be the same. Just doing a piece of it, go slow. Come in, watch I rock to my toes. So Trevor does me. You do it. So you bring that up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you don't have to like lift your heels up, but at first your weight was on the heels, so you wanted to, I can tell you wanted to kind of bring it more forward. But yeah, just kind of shift the weight to the front of the feet, like that. Do me. And you can take this out, put it around my head. And then straighten your legs. There you go. And now flip. Nice. Yep. Yep. It's effortless, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna do like one more piece.
Okay. Here. Space. Head. Still in. And
Very good. Yeah, you were kind of stuck on the heels a little bit. Yeah. So when you straighten your legs up, just keep the weight forward. So if you straighten and your weight's already back, it's kind of hard to move forward. Straighten your legs. There you go. How that was going? Smoother. The next one was kind of like what I call a seated lateral drop. And instead of getting that kind of throw, I just sit. I'm gonna extend this leg out, sit to my butt, and then turn them over like that. The overhook kind of keeps them from posting a little bit if you keep it tight. And the underhook helps to turn them over once you go down.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to try right here. So as I push it, yeah, as he pushes in, I sit. See how soft it is? I just roll him over, come right in there. And he pushes in. I think it goes this way, so.
both legs go. Okay. So just out of the way.
Yep. But this leg just goes first. And then I sit, yeah, sit. And then turn. Good again.
There. Yeah, push it in. So you're pushing it in.
And that leg just goes out there. There you go. I'm pushing in. You're gonna extend this leg and sit. Yeah. That's all right. Use the underhook to turn me a little more.
Right.
Push in, sit. Man, he put a little juice on it. That was good. All right.
When Spawn was there, he went to the next. Damn, son.
Another one was the Monday, I kind of showed a short clip of the tournament where I did it in, guy had me in like a single leg. Because he was like driving me forward and I had like an overhook. I'm hopping on one leg and then when I flipped him, we were kind of off the camera. So he went down. I was telling Trevor I should have jumped down on top of him. I would have got like points for it. But since I didn't jump down, he just got back up and we reset.
Side of the leg.
No, we're gonna start without the leg first. Right? Just doing it from over under. Over here. I'm gonna turn perpendicular to Trevor. I'm gonna bring my hip in this side. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kick my leg up like into his thigh. And from here, I'm gonna kind of kick and rotate. I'm pulling down with the underhook and rotating the overhook down and around towards the ground. So it's gonna look like this. Here, I turn, boom, and then pulling here. Sometimes you'll see I have the wrist on. Actually in the video, I think I have the wrist. The wrist is okay because you can pull down, but it's a lot more purchase for me to pull from here. But either one is good. Turn in, boom, kick the leg up. Right there.
You place the leg first, then I guess you step.
Yes. So here, I step in. So I turn in. You'll see where my leg goes between your legs.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull down here. I'm gonna rotate here. I'm gonna lift.
I see.
Yeah. You can kick the leg a little more,
Okay.
but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, the rotation was good. Step in. There you go, kick it backwards. And then, yes. Another one we did was the knee tap. Here. We've done this one before too, Chime. I'm just gonna grab behind his knee right in the crease here and drive my shoulder forward. Come here. So I'm just gonna come here, drive forward. Trevor was doing good on the video, hopping right in the side control.
That's the same, that's the overhook side? Or no, that's not the overhook side. Okay.
That was fairly easy. It looks like almost too simple. Like, but sometimes when we pummel, we add the legs in. So we were talking about if I touch here, he steps back, right? He touches my leg, step back, and then I can try to swim, right? He touches legs, step back, swim, touch my leg like that, boom, it's the leg. So because it's so easy, we want to be aware when people touch our legs. So without swimming and pummeling, all I gotta do is just come here and drop forward. And look where I went up.
But ideally, you want to go around the side control rather than stay.
If you can. If not, don't worry about it. You still got them down.
Okay.
And it depends on the context too. Like if it's self-defense, they're vulnerable for a knee. You just drop the knee right into the groin.
Okay.
But yeah, like if it's just grappling, then you go right to the side. Or you still wind up on top somehow, even if you wind up in half guard.
So your left hand is going for my right.
Yep, and then drive forward with the shoulder.
So over the side, and then